As the Israel-Iran war rages through, one question is quietly becoming the most decisive of all. Which side will run out of missiles first? While the world watches the high-tech drama unfold in the skies, from the roar of ballistic launches to the dazzling intercepts over Tel Aviv and Esfahan, beneath it lies a war of endurance, logistics, and attrition. Israel's unparalleled missile defense network is working overtime, but Iran's vast stockpile of ballistic missiles and kamikaze drones continues to challenge its limits. Both sides are bleeding munitions by the hour, and both are approaching a point of exhaustion. Israel entered the conflict with the most advanced multi-layered missile defense system in the world. Iron Dome, David's Sling, and Arrow batteries have performed with exceptional reliability, reportedly intercepting over 90% of Iranian missile barrages since the first major exchange on June 13th. In just the first week, Iran launched nearly 400 ballistic and cruise missiles toward Israeli cities, air bases, and industrial targets. Yet fewer than 10% of those missiles made it through Israel's aerial shield. The majority were intercepted by Arrow 3 and David's Sling at high altitudes, while Iron Dome handled the shorter-range salvos and drones. Israel's Air Force also played a critical role, with F-35 Iadir fighters shooting down drones mid-flight and targeting launchers before they could even fire. But this incredible defensive performance has come at a steep cost. Each successful intercept consumes an expensive missile, often a $1 million interceptor used to stop a $50,000 drone or a short-range artillery rocket. Israeli officials, speaking anonymously to reporters from the Times of Israel and Haaretz, have acknowledged that their stockpile of Arrow and David's Sling interceptors is being drawn down at a concerning rate. The rate of consumption has forced Israel to request emergency resupply from the United States. And, according to U.S. military sources, flights carrying replacement interceptors are already arriving at Negev and Ramon air bases. Still, defense officials have warned that even with American assistance, the country cannot sustain this pace of fire indefinitely. Every interception is a tactical win, but the strategic calculus hinges on time. Iran, for its part, began the conflict with one of the largest missile arsenals in the Middle East. Analysts at Western intelligence agencies estimated Iran possessed over 3,000 ballistic and cruise missiles before the war began, along with thousands of drones ranging from surveillance to loitering munitions. For the first 3 days of the conflict, Iran launched waves of 60 to 100 missiles daily, aimed not just at Israeli territory, but also U.S. installations and key infrastructure in the Gulf. However, that tempo has sharply declined. In the second week of fighting, the size of Iran's barrages dropped by more than 60%, a sign that its stockpile, while still dangerous, is no longer limitless. Compounding Iran's problem is the success of Israel's air campaign. Satellite imagery and battlefield intelligence confirm that Israeli fighter jets, loitering drones, and special forces on the ground have systematically targeted Iran's mobile missile launchers, storage bunkers, and radar facilities. By the end of the first week, Israel had reportedly destroyed between 100 and 120 launch platforms, many of which were essential for the operation of Shahab-3 and Sejil missiles. Without these, Iran's remaining missiles become less usable, no matter how many are stored in underground facilities. Even if the munitions exist, the ability to launch them in massed waves has been severely eroded. In the final analysis, this is no longer just a war of missiles. It is a war of endurance. And as each day passes, Iran's inventory advantage is being ground down faster than Israel's ability to defend itself. If the current trajectory holds, Iran may possess missiles it can no longer effectively launch, while Israel, scarred but standing, continues to intercept,